Meta just rolled out the new algorithm, Andromeda. Overnight strategies that used to easily scale ad accounts don't work anymore. The thing is, it's 10 times more powerful than ever if you know how to use it. But almost nobody understands how it works. Hi, my name is Charlie. I've spent over $1 billion on Facebook ads. I help anyone running ads on Meta scale brands, drive leads, and make a lot more money. In this video, I'm going to teach you the one thing you absolutely need to know about the algorithm update, how you can leverage the update for the best results you've seen in years, and the harsh truth that's killing 90% of ad accounts right now. Let's get started. So here's what's really happening with Andromeda. The one thing you need to know is that it's a full rebuild of Meta's ad retrieval system. That's the brain that decides which ad gets shown to which person at what time. Meta had to make this change because the platform was getting way too noisy. Marketers were flooding it with thousands of ads, dozens of offers, and endless testing. There was so much happening that the algorithm couldn't tell which ad was right for which person. So Andromeda was designed to fix that, to clean up the chaos and make sure that the best ad reaches the right person at the perfect moment. Now here's why that matters for you. The launch more, test more playbook doesn't work anymore. Meta is prioritizing user experience, not just inside the ad, but also across the entire brand journey. If people enjoy what they see and how they feel when they interact with your brand, Meta will reward you. Your costs drop and getting new customers becomes easier and easier because the system learns exactly what kind of person to show your ads to and can bring you more and more of your best customers to your store. But if your ads or your brand create poor experiences, your ads will still run. They'll just cost you a lot more to show. And we'll dig deeper into this later because this understanding is a cheat code in the modern era of Meta. And this simple principle, this shift in how Meta works, is the harsh truth that's killing 90% of ad accounts right now. Because while Meta has evolved, most marketers haven't. They're still running their accounts like it's 2020, launching more ads, chasing more hooks, testing more offers, thinking volume will fix performance. But the game has changed. The same behavior that used to create momentum now creates friction. The harder they push, the worse it gets. And it's not because Meta's broken, it's because most marketers are still thinking like salesmen instead of business owners, trying to figure out how to get anyone to buy something for the lowest price point possible, instead of respecting the business relationship with their business partner, Meta. And disrespecting your business partner, the one selling you all the attention, is the fastest way to make success essentially impossible. So let's unwrap the salesman's trap and understand how to shift your strategy into something that makes scaling your business phenomenally easier than it has been in years. And I genuinely think it has never been easier. And I've been doing this for over a decade. You don't struggle because you're bad at ads. Your ads, your funnel, your product, your business is more than good enough to make sales and get a lot more money. The problem is you approach your ads like a performance marketer, not somebody trying to grow a brand, because you've been taught how to do the job by a salesman whose paycheck depends on the volume of work you expect them to do. But here's the simple principle most performance marketers don't understand. The first sale exists to earn the second. And that's where most marketers get stuck, at a strategy I call the first scale. First scale is seductive. It's fast and exciting. You test a lot, you get a lot of wins, the dashboard lights up, and you feel unstoppable for a while. Then fatigue sets in, costs rise, and results dry up. You invest more and more time and money making things more complicated. You focus on taking more swings, more at-bats, taking more shots on goal, and champion the teams and the efforts that can score more often, but I don't really care how often you score if you lose every game. We have one scorecard, and that is the bank account. So now that we've laid out the problem, let's focus on the solution. Because what matters is simply how do we make the bank account look better? How do we say yes to the most important question of all, which is, can I spend more money tomorrow? So let's start with the first principle here. The first sale is always the most expensive and the least profitable, but it's also the most valuable. And here's why. What they buy when they are a new customer is the single greatest indicator of the actions that the customer will take next. Let me give you an example of a steakhouse. I might be able to sell you a salad at a phenomenal markup. Perhaps it cost me like $2 to assemble some lettuce and cheese and some croutons, and I sell it to you for $34.99. That's a super profitable transaction, but unless it's the world's greatest salad ever, odds are you're not coming back to buy another one. But if I can get you to buy the best steak you've ever had in your life, even if I break even on marketing, if you love it, odds are you're gonna come back and get it at least once, if not 3 or 4 more times, and you'll probably bring some friends. The point here is that we need to sell the steak, not the sizzle. The profit margin on the first sale is no indication of the profitability of that customer. That's the difference between a salesman's focus on making a profit today and a business owner's focus on buying a customer journey with cash flow. Remember, when you come back, I don't have to pay the same marketing to get you to do it. I make a lot more money on that second, third, and fourth sale. I can live and die by my ability to get anyone to buy a salad once, or I can focus on getting the people willing to buy the steak over and over and over again. And here is where the Andromeda update makes this principle exponentially more powerful. For years, advertisers got away with brute force. More ads, more offers, more complexity. If something stopped working, you just launched more of everything. But Andromeda changed the rules. Andromeda is objectively the smartest AI for marketing we've ever seen. But intelligence is little more than potential. When you flood the account with dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of different permutations of possible customer journeys between the ad and the offer and the landing page, it doesn't matter how much potential the artificial intelligence has. If you have no data, the machine is dumb. It's a machine learning algorithm, but you never bothered to teach it. And when you ask a dumb machine to do more work, it's only going to make things worse. So ironically, when you try to hack the machine, all you're really doing is making success more difficult. Andromeda doesn't reward chaos. It rewards clarity. It doesn't want more ads. It wants better signal. Because when the machine can clearly understand who your best customers are, what they buy, why they buy, and how to give them the best experience both on and off the platform, that's when the machine becomes truly intelligent and starts scaling for you. So when people say Meta's algorithm is broken, what they're really seeing is a system that's punishing misguided performance marketing behavior. And that's the wake-up call. Andromeda isn't the problem. It's not working against you. Simply put, it makes focusing on the wrong things more detrimental, but it also makes focusing on the right things even more profitable. And this brings up principle number 2, the second scale. So, speaking of more profit, let's focus on what really matters. The second scale principle says this: true growth doesn't come from better ads. It comes from ads that create customers who buy again and again. Salesmen sell products, but businesses buy customers. You need to make the mental shift between trying to make a profit anywhere you can and beginning to focus on acquiring as much cash flow as possible. Earlier this year, a brand joined my MBA program and they were doing about $3 million a year. They had maxed out. They were launching dozens of ads a week, testing dozens of landing pages a month, promoting half a dozen different offers across more than a dozen different campaigns with cost caps, ASC, ROAS bidding, whatever their agency had told them to do. And it seemed like every week they were finding 5 new winning ads and some landing page improved conversion rate by 20% or whatever. They were optimizing everything for first order profitability. But the truth is that the first transaction is the least profitable. The more they focused on getting anybody to buy, the less anyone bought more than once. Repeat customer revenue dried up. At the same time, customer service complaints skyrocketed. Returns, chargebacks, and inventory problems became overwhelming while their bank account fell deeper and deeper into the red. So we stopped optimizing for any win we could get and started focusing on the most important win we could buy. Over 45 days, we didn't launch a single new ad. We cut the number of ads in the account by 90%. We cut the entire account down to just 2 campaigns, one focusing on the highest GPT so we could afford a larger CAC, the other focusing on the best second scale effort so we could easily scale cash flow. Within 90 days, their ad spend went from $2K a day to $5,000. The revenue floor, the amount of money they made daily from non-new customers, rose by 400%. refunds, returns, and complaints dropped by 75%. And the business paid off 2 six-figure loans they had taken out just to make it to summer. 4 months later, the founder told me we had never seen a higher CAC. We had never made more money. And it was the first time they had taken a weekend off in 3 years. Same team, same ads, completely different thinking. And instead of struggling to survive, they were looking to hire. And that's what this is all about. Remember, e-commerce is just lead gen. So let's break this down into 3 steps you can take with you right now. Will make you a lot more money on less work, because that's really what this is all about. Remember, more success and less stress. The motto of this channel: simple scales, complex fails. Andromeda's goal is consistency of user experience quality. It's learning faster, predicting better, and rewarding advertisers with strong, clean data loops. That means if you give the machine the ability to create a consistent experience, it'll give you higher quality customers for a lower cost. So step number 1, audit for first scale behavior. Identify which ads exist only to get immediate profit. Those are first scale ads, and they are choking your growth. Step 2, design for second scale. Find which offer most often attracts customers who spend money with you more than once. Build your creative strategy around those people. Then remove every distraction in the account that keeps you from spending the most you can on the most valuable journeys. This effort compounds. And step number 3, feed Meta the right data. Track not just purchases, but new versus returning customers. Understand which ads start journeys and which ones mature them. Optimize for cash flow and second scale, not ROAS or CPA or any performance vanity metric. Because Andromeda doesn't care about creative volume or flair. It cares about signal quality, showing the right message to the right person at the right time. It rewards brands that give users a positive experience, both on and off the platform. Your job is to give the best experience to the best quality customers so the machine brings you the most cash flow. When you do this, your CPMs drop because the machine knows you're a good business partner to its objectives. This future-proofs you with Meta because their business model hasn't changed in decades, and it probably never will. It's still the retention of attention for profit. Every social media platform follows the same golden rule. Keep people on for longer, get them to come back. And anything that hurts that will get punished with lower reach and higher CPMs. That is when everything gets simpler. You realize that what got you here won't get you to where you want to go. That's the moment you know you've entered the second scale. The old way, first scale, was about squeezing profit out of ads. The new way, the second scale, is about building systems that multiply profit. Andromeda didn't ruin your account. It just exposed your thinking. Salesmen chase first order profitability according to attribution. Business owners build cash flow devices that compound revenue. Because if you can master the second scale principle, you won't just win the next campaign, you can own the next decade. If you want to know how to scale your account to $100,000 a day or more, I've made this video here just for you. This is the playbook that you deserve. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye.